All right, YouTube. We out here in these streets, trying out some earphone microphone things. See how the audio comes out. It's a little breezy here. We'll see if it helps any with any of the back and forth. But obviously, we're on our third winter, second winter. I lose count. It's winter time for the most part. Tried to snow a little bit yesterday. Didn't linger really, but it's definitely a little chilly. So you got to do the things even when the weather's on doing the things. So we need the wet for sure. Help keep this garden soaking in. Hopefully. Hope everybody's had a good week. I guess we're just going to do weekly wrap-ups from now on. I really feel like I didn't get anything accomplished this week. So I can't wrap up what I did this week. Other than just the grind and the yob and things. But hope everybody that is doing the things got the things. I watched a step one survival video of his layout and his preps, and it just made me feel sad. I wonder how that audio is going to come out with that wind there. We'll see. But yeah, it's good to see all the old timers still kicking it in. I just watched Howie from Food Forest Permaculture. He did a live stream this morning. I watched it on replay, and it sounds like he's wrapping it up for a while, and he's going to be moving on down the road, doing some other things in life. So that's cool. Sounds like he's going to do some travel and such, and take care of his health. So if y'all know Howie, give him a shout out. Go say bye. Good to see you. Hooray. Getting off the YouTube for a while, it sounds like. So that's all good. Hope Howie has a good adventure, if nothing else. The Church of Iron is still in business with Liberty Garden. Everybody's doing the things. The Tactical Arkansas Tony is doing the things. Got his chickens kicking. Got some chicks. I told him I'd send him set me up. Hit me up. I'll send you some chicks. But I guess he took care of it. There was a shortage there for a minute, but they had them in the Tractor Supplies and stuff here. But I mean, they went away quick. I mean, the same day they put them out. Same day they're all gone. So people are definitely scooping up all the chicks. I think it's kind of normal anyway around here for that to happen. They usually don't linger long early in season. Maybe the last shipment might have a few remaining after they're done. But yeah, the chicks are the big thing. We got just little nuggets of gold laying around still. So that's good to keep the egg count high, duck, egg, chicken, or otherwise. Let me know if you need some eggs or some chicks. We'll see if we can work out something. But yeah, the big news this week, the big news that didn't make the news, gold hit 3,000, which you would think would be a big deal, all-time high in terms of dollar number, right? But the dollar is so worthless that it doesn't really matter. That's the question. It is insane when you think about just the sheer number from where it was 25 years ago. We'll go look at the price of gold 25 years ago, come back to me. Woo! If only we'd have known then what we know now, right? Like I could have squirreled away a few ounces, I'm sure, if I'd have really focused on it. But the money people weren't telling you that back then. You gotta get your 401k in. It took me 10 years to get out of that. Oh man. Not that you couldn't write it, but the thing is, on that stuff, you're locked in legally, and the tax man comes after you hard when you try to get out of it because they don't want you out of the system. Look at every point where they want to tax you, and that's where they want to keep you. Life lesson right there. Life lesson. If they're taxing you on it, they're trying to keep you in it. Oh, was there a little blue sky back there? What's going on back there? Thought I saw something. Just gray and gloomy here. So yeah, gold all-time high, silver touched $34. So the economic side, the economic warfare, how's it going to shake out? I don't know. There is a big talk about the recession that started probably back in 2019. And did we ever really recover from 2008? You know, in a lot of respects, we didn't. Especially the little guy that took a hit on that house back in 2008, tried to get another house, paid rent, then paid down on another payment, and who knows where they ended up now. You know, it is a brutal cycle that you don't really get until you step back and look at it, what they're doing, right? It's not that owning a house isn't a good thing. It's that they want to keep you moving and loaning and borrowing. The whole moving up, upgrading your house. You know, there's always a bigger and better one. That type of thing. It's a trap. And they want to put you in little communities, so you hate your neighbor and stuff, and give you rules that nobody can live by because they want you to hate your neighbor for growing chickens or not having a pretty front yard, but they're doing something else with their front yard, so you hate your neighbor. Or they want you to hate your neighbor. Not that you do, but you know what I'm saying. It's just we've culminated to this point. Well, the banks keep on living. Can anybody give me a point where the banks aren't the problem? I can give you just about every example you've ever thought of what's going wrong, and it's the banks. Which goes back to the love of money is the root of all evil. And trust me when I say this, you don't have any money unless you got gold and silver, because that folded money is just fiat currency. As JP Morgan said, only gold is money, everything else is credit. When they speak, listen, you know, don't discount what they say and that they mean it. They have been handing out debt and credit for a century, and we still haven't woken up for the most part. And we don't really have a good plan to escape, you know. That goes for all of us. It's hard to escape the matrix of our own making. Out here in these streets, doing the things, still having to use the man's store notes, just working the company store. Here we are. So that being what it is, knowing that gold all-time high, not really getting any, nobody knows about it, nobody's paying attention to that. Almost going to peace with Ukraine, but trying to start wars other places. It seems like. On an interesting note with that, sit down. Get my thoughts here with that Ukraine deal. Like, are they going to be able to go through with it? You know, considering the way it started with the central bank trying to buy out Ukraine for pennies on the dollar, it's hard to envision a place where the bank doesn't want to continue to get in there. And we saw with this recent news this week of the EU's, you know, making some moves to get in there. They're doubling down on their defense. Europe's finally going to defend themselves. Oh no, that's only one thing. If Europe had a war and nobody showed up, would it be a world war? Maybe we can arrange that this time. But yeah, you got to figure war's still on the menu for most of them. That's what they want, because that's how they keep the debt going. So keep alert on that front. Hopefully, I heard lots of tornado. That wind in Texas yesterday. How about that, man? I wonder how Liberty Garden fared. I don't know how far west Texas he is. Oh, Wes S. and Rob Painless, I think, got some serious wind storms and such. I don't know if there's any tornadoes. I think the tornadoes hit like Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas today. Like all kinds of this terrible weather. We got a snow front moving through here. I think it's supposed to clear up today at some point. But yeah, keep doing the things you can. Step one survival. Go check out that video. He's been doing things for a long time. And it's not just about the stuff, it's about knowing that you've got the stuff and being able to be flexible. Like he talked about his Hurricane Helene experience with the stores just didn't have anything. Had a newborn, all that stuff, and that kit. Like, you got to be flexible and prepared, right? So, never know what's coming. Remember, it could always be worse than it was before. Just because it hasn't been this bad before doesn't mean it's going to be worse. Everybody kinds of discounts. It's not going to be like the Great Depression. Oh, no, it's probably going to be worse. We just can't see it because there's nobody in food lines because they all get EBT cards, etc. We've said that for a while. It probably is worse. So be good, YouTube. Prep hard, pray hard, live free, all the things. Hopefully we'll stay in touch. Howie there doing his travels. Hope most of you don't do check out like that, but it's a good thing if you are. Don't leave me, but I'm glad you are. Type of thing. So we'll talk to y'all later, YouTube. Prep hard, live free.